What's up, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I want to take the time and thank you for following, subscribing, commenting, asking me questions, keeping me going. It's something that I've been wanting to do, talking about my subscription videos or my training videos. I've done a DVD back 10 years ago and it was great, but I did it in French since it's my mother tongue and I felt that it was easier. But now, having lived in the United States for over 10 years, or actually more than that, for over 15 years now, actually it felt harder to do in French than it does in English. So I've been really looking forward to find the time and the commitment to get started and do those training videos, and your support and all that has really motivated me to really kick it in gear hard and keep going. I'm in a very good situation to do this right now. I've got a great group of people working with me. I've got a great group of horses, a great group of customers. I've got good equipment to work with. So thank you everybody that's involved, that's really helping and making this a positive experience. And thank you very much for subscribing and for following and continuing. And I promise that I will continue to work diligently to post videos weekly of every single topic possible regarding the horse industry, the equine industry, and answer as many questions that you may have. So please don't hesitate to send me questions via Messenger, email me, you can write me on a subscription platform, you can comment on my YouTube channel. Find me somehow, ask me questions. I promise that I will remove heaven and earth to answer you as fast as possible. It also helps give me some ideas and some direction as to what it is that you guys would like to hear. I have extensive experience in many areas of the horse industry, having grown up in a family that have done this at a very high level their entire life. So I grew up in this environment, so I've seen a lot of things. And then I lived in Europe for 4 years, 1 year in France, which led to coaching the French team at the World Equestrian Games in 2006, which led me to meet my wife at said World Equestrian Games, which led me to go work for 3 years in Germany. I've competed in almost every European country, and I've given clinics in over 20 countries all over the world. So I've seen a lot of things. Then coming back in the USA, this is when selling horses really kicked into gear for me, because at the end of the recession, the 2007-2008 recession, there was a shortage of horses. A lot of mare owners, were reluctant to breed, and so there were much fewer horses registered in those years. So when the market picked back up, which is when I came back to the United States from my 4-year stints in Europe, which is the year that I actually made the Level 4 Open Futurity Finals, which is the highlight of my career, and won the Level 2 and 3 of the Open Futurity, which was, very important for me to be able to do something like this, coming back from Europe after 4 years and really making a statement that says, yes, I can play the game. And I really think that this experience in Europe was actually very good for me, and I thank every single client and people that came to my clinics that really challenged me to find solutions to their problems, and it really helped me grow in many ways. And so with that said, this success really cemented some relationships with my European market, increased my European market, and then selling horses to Europe was something we did nearly on a weekly basis. So this also really was something that I had. There's some things that I did wrong in this process that I learned the hard way, but I learned, and it's really helped me grow the understanding on how to sell horses and how to prepare horses for sale, and all of the things that evolved around this this side of the horse industry, which is something that it can be profitable despite the amount of money you have to throw into horses all the time. It feels like it's pretty much just throwing money down the drain for, you get something in return, but it's rarely profit. You got to find your satisfaction from all of the money you invest in this industry somewhere else. But it can be profitable if you really do this right. And this is something that I'm looking forward to get into a little bit more in depth and have some videos on how I approach marketing and selling horses, and potentially help you to, you know, to make, because I think anybody can do this. There are so many horses out there that need rescuing in a way, that need a home, that need a job, you know, that need trained, that, you know, that are potentially owned by someone that just can no longer afford to have, you know, a horse as an ornament, or sometimes a young horse that they bred and they may not have the financial ability to send it into training. So you may be able to acquire yourself a young horse for a very fair price and invest, you know, 6 to 8 months to 12 months of your dedicated time in training and really turning this horse into the best version of themselves and offering it back to the market. And there is always a market for a nice, well-bred horse that's healthy and that is broke enough for the average rider to ride, and then for horses that are, you know, well broke and healthy and ready to go. So with that said, my approach lately, you know, has been to have sort of an in-depth look into a certain thing, such as the spin, programming my horses to show, or a maneuver in particular. And I have also a lot of videos in, you know, that are somewhat scattered into the platform at the moment, that I'm trying to find a way to best structure this for you to navigate through easily, because often I get a thought about something and I want to make a video about it, and it's something that technically should be in the foundation, but also maybe a little bit more advanced for the more advanced rider. So which category exactly does it belong to? It's hard for me to find a way to really properly categorize a lot of the videos that I do, but hey, we're just getting into this. This is the second or third month, I think, that we're doing this. We already have a lot of content out there, so I think I have enough, and I'm trying to keep enough on there to keep you busy and learning. In the meantime, I am working hard on my end to categorize what we already have and fill in the gaps and into what's missing as in regards to the foundation process, you know, all the way through the second half of their first year of training on to, you know, their second year of training there, and then specializing more into reining. The reason that I try to teach my foundation program as universally as I can, because I do believe, even though I am specialized in reining, I have, you know, the training and the foundation training that you have to have in order to be able to train a reining horse. This foundation is, I think, equally good to train any other Western discipline, because it's just the development of the body and teaching the horse how to use their body in every which way possible, and how to channel the energy, how to control their nerves, how to accept, you know, it's just really, you know, opening their mind to you know, to anything. And once you've accomplished that, I always say that the foundation is not necessarily training. It's mostly preparing the horse to be trained. And once the horse reaches that level, some people may consider the horse broke, because at that point you can do pretty much anything you want with this horse, but it still is not specialized in anything in particular. And so I choose to direct these horses towards reining after that foundation process, but they could very well go into barrel, and often go into barrel, roping, cutting, cow horse, and many trainers have sent me young horses to put my foundation 3 to 6 months on those horses, and then, you know, they continue their training, and they always find the training that I've put on these horses very valuable. This is why I think that this program, especially this part of the program, which in the future I plan to actually put a little bit more priority on, is to help put out there a program that will help recreational riders or anyone that is interested in training their horse for whatever purpose, and give them a program that they can follow, so that they can potentially bridge that gap between, okay, we have a horse and we do some recreational riding, but if we want to do something more serious, what can we do? Oh, I don't think we can do barrel. I don't think we can do roping or reining because our horse is just really not broke enough and it would take too much time. And I don't know, they just don't see the possibility. So there seems to be this gap between the huge recreational riding arena and the small performance riding arena. And I really believe that there is a way to bridge that gap and connect the two and give these horses and these riders, you know, something to work towards too, and some ways to develop their horse into the best versions of themselves, and then potentially having the ability to get into a performance discipline of their choice. So anyways, I rambled on and on and on. I was just trying to thank you and give you a little bit of what's going on in my mind, what you can expect in the future. And please do not hesitate to communicate your thoughts as you watch. I appreciate every single positive comment that I get. It's definitely very motivating and lets me know that I am on the right track. I also will accept as best as I can any criticism that I can get, because then it will just help me get better. And there is nothing that I want more right now than having a video platform available for any rider, any, you know, people who either just have their one horse that they want to ride, or that they are actually training horses at any level. So I want this program to be one of the best options for anyone out there in this position. With that said, thank you one more time for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. It is free content that I add weekly, and you get a very, very good glimpse at what it is that is being uploaded on the video series platform. If you ever want to give it a try and you are not yet subscribed to that, please give it a try. You get a 7-day free trial at the moment, and I may extend that to a 14-day free trial here shortly, since there is so much stuff now that you can navigate through. But nevertheless, this should give you enough time to browse through it and see if this is something for you, and I appreciate any feedback that you can give me. So once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.